Yo, what is up? What is up, YouTube Boxing family? As IK right here, I am back at it with another good video for you guys today. I'm going to be talking about Mr. Gervonta Tank Davis talking crap to Montana to Brady Love's performance with Steve Spark. So, here's my thing about it. I like Tank a lot. I think Tank is very funny and he's very entertaining whenever he brings up anything about a fighter. But this is what I gotta say. If you're gonna say anything to any fighter, I would expect at least from you to at least try to press them to fight them, or just don't really say anything in general. But I mean, either way, I'm always down to always see fighters talk smack to other people because it brings entertainment to the sport. Because if they're in their division and they have like a war of words to say, then it sells a very good fight for the future. So I think Gervonta making mention to Montana Love where he said he quit, he's a bitch. Yeah, he responded to Montana Love's disqualification fight that he had with Steve Spark, and I wholeheartedly, agree with that. I think Montana Love's performance with Steve Spark really costed his opportunity to be successful in the fight, but I don't think the referee should have disqualified him. I think it should have been a massive penalty for both men, where both guys get 2 points. In which Steve Spark, he gets the penalty of trying to act like he did get hurt, in which he didn't. But he he definitely played it out very, very smart, because Montana Love was the aggressor in making the fight look like he was guilty of, how should I say, being the culprit of hurting Steve Spark, of pushing him intentionally out of the ring. But I think the reason why he did that, or what it seemed like out of from the outside looking in, is that Montana Love decided to be frustrated with Steve Spark, and I think that's what made it so weird, because it's like they don't understand that people have certain lives to get on with other lives, to make sure that they don't go through anything bad so they can get back to their families. But with Montana Love's case with Steve, Steve obviously came all the way from Australia to take a big opportunity with Love, but for Montana to be this dirty to Steve, in which it didn't really seem like Steve really won the fight. I thought it was like a neck and neck close fight, and I thought the fight definitely could have been in Montana's favor to win, but it didn't seem like he was really performing that well, that everyone said oh man, he's gonna blow through Steve Spark out, and Steve was just gonna get KO'd, blah blah blah. And no, Steve Spark, he he came to fight. It doesn't show any scorecards from what I see here, but I'm trying to see who was winning the fight. Here we go. I'm not too sure if it's how should I say? I'm not too sure. Actually, no, it's not. It's definitely not showing the judges' scorecards. But from a fan's perspective here on BoxRec, it had Montana Love, 2-2, yep, 2, yeah. Montana Love round 1, Steve round 2. It was a 10-10 round at round 3, so that's 1-1. So round 4, Love, so that's 2-1. Steve round 5. So yeah, it was basically a tied up round. So minus the 10-10 round, from the fans' perspective, Steve was technically winning by 1 point, but I didn't really see Steve really do much. He didn't really show any separation to solidify the potential victory. But either way, Montana Love, he really didn't do anything heading into that point. And even though he did get dropped in round 2, The fight definitely did play a huge difference with that 1 point differential. So, um, I think as far as like what Tank said to Montana Love, it was highly justified. He acted like he quit in that fight, and he didn't show anything different. He went in there thinking he was gonna have his ultimate godly moment of him being successful, and he's just gonna beat up on Steve. But he ran into like a truck. He ran into somebody that's not coming to lay down, and surprisingly, he actually put in that work. He actually did his thing. But I guess where both of these guys go from here, especially at 140, I don't want to see a rematch. I think Steven Richardson Hitchens should fight, and then the winner fights Montana Love, because Eddie Hearn even said, like, after the fight, he's gonna get this fight potentially appealed, or it's gonna go through court and then see what happens with the commission. But yeah, if that was to be potentially overruled to be like a no contest, then I think that's what will potentially happen. But I'm not really too keen of even wanting to see Montana Love back, because I don't think he deserves anything but just, dude, like, you gotta go back to the drawing board and work on a lot of things. But I don't think Montana Love really deserves anything but just, you got to go back and really rethink about what you're putting yourself out there for. And I mean, it's good that he's getting the spotlight now, but it's like Montana Love, he was a nobody leading up to this point. He like, his only claim to fame was just beating up on a damaged goods Ivan Baranchyk that came off of a knockout loss to Jose Zepeda. So yeah, he basically took like 8 months off, or yeah, he literally took like 10 months off, and he got right back in there with Montana, thinking that, oh, he's just gonna crush him. And he had a good chance to actually stop him, but the problem with Ivan is that he has little to no defense. So if he had defense and he actually had better technical skills to beat up on Montana Love, I think he could have stopped him. He had the ability to. He definitely hits hard. He definitely has immense knockout power. Obviously not one-shot knockout power, but the power is there. He definitely has insane destructive power. But I think the difference being was just that like, basically, but the problem was just that Ivan Baranchyk, he was never the same when he fought Zepeda. But even when he fought Josh Taylor, like, Josh Taylor came in overweight to get the IBF title. And the crazy thing about it was that he weighed in 2 ounces over the championship limit after first weighing in, and then like, just out of nowhere, like, I don't get it. Like, I guess they allowed that to happen, and then he was able to just get that belt when Baranchyk was the champion, and then after that he just unifies directly with Program, and goes after Jose Ramirez. So it just didn't make any sense with me. It didn't sit well with me, but I just found it weird, man. It just didn't made me understand things more. But yeah, Tank calling Montana Love like a quitter is a very reasonable statement, because he's a he's a nobody. He has nothing to really offer for boxing, and Gervonta, he's a big star. So I don't know why Tank needs to make mention of him, but I guess he just doesn't like him to the point where he wants to basically humiliate him, and I think he deserves it. So either way, I think Gervonta, he has everything in the toolbox to beat a lot of guys at 140 if he so chooses to move up. I think Gervonta should go after Alberto Puello, because it makes perfect sense at this point of time to go beat up on Puello while he's green as a champion. So I would take him out of the picture and just move forward with doing what you got to do. I mean, I think we'll find out what happens in the near future, because Tank did say he's coming back next year, so I'm hoping that he moves back up to 140 and fights Puello, because that's not the perfect fight right now for him to fight, because there's nobody else here at lightweight that I see right now where he's gonna end up staying busy. Him and Pitbull, I swear to God, if he rematches Pitbull, I'm not looking forward for that fight. That's a crappy ass fight. Gervonta is gonna be looked at as a duck if he does that, and he's not making his career any better. You've been out the ring for 6 months now, so heading into the no, he's been out the ring for 5 months, heading into 6. But if he goes back and faces Pitbull heading into his first fight, back into the new year, I'm not looking forward to that. Very crappy decision if he does that, and to hell with Gervonta, because I'm not going to be looking at you correctly, and I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to see that fight. Nobody's not gonna want to see you face Pitbull Cruz. So I think at this point of your career, you should just go ahead and really try to get that work in with you know what? I think he should just go back up to 140. Like, there's nobody else here. Devin Haney, he's gonna be facing Lomachenko. That's what I hear. But there ain't no way, Tank is gonna fight George Kambosos. Kambosos, he's already retired, so he says he's going to be retiring. So I don't see nobody else on here that Tank is gonna fight. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about it. Who do you think Tank is gonna fight, and what do you guys think about Gervonta's comments towards Montana Love? So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Salute to the mighty LDBC and TWT. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, family. Bye.